Rocky, you know?
Hiya, this is Sam Elliott. I'm into some fucked up shit, so I love the P word. Listener discretion is advised.
You've got your sunrise, you caught a prize, you're making your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites, you, your friends, and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails, you, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights, you, your girl, and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Right. I love how we can do that now. Look at this. Free technology. God, it's almost like we know what the hell we're doing.
You and your Johnson.
Yep. I always take it wherever I go. I'm assuming that was for a Johnson outboards.
Sure. Hello.
That.
Take it wherever I go.
What's going on?
We'll assume. We'll just assume. So,
Getting
yeah.
sound.
So we almost
lead.
all survived.
Sure. Hello.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know if it's me.
Is it me? Am I doing it?
I just lost my screen.
There's an
No,
echo.
I'm all muted, so ain't me. We almost all survived St. Patrick's Day. Yeah,
I mean,
he's
we
hurting.
did fine. He took the day off because he wasn't sure.
And then,
It's a good idea.
dun dun dun, tree surgeon.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's the way it happens.
Yeah.
All right. So beer. We need beer. We're gonna do our Irish beer again. This is a harp.
Harp.
This is
lager.
when you get wherever I go. When you get a traditional black and tan, harp is the tan part.
It's a product of Ireland.
Yeah, it's from Ireland. I remember drinking this back when I was in college because a guy I worked with as a bartender was friends with Bree's cousin, which is kind of how I met her. And I don't remember liking this very much. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I don't remember it being all exciting.
I think I had it in college as well. We'll see.
Well, I was in a room with a lot of Irish people,
What are you trying to say, Jim?
was it
Just a jealous?
people with last
lazy
names like McCool and like. Oh yeah,
That'd be the best name to have if you're Irish.
Yeah. Yeah.
McCool.
yeah.
I want to be McCool. So, by the way,
Mark McCool.
I don't know what happened last week, but we had the highest ratings we've ever had on the show via Facebook.
Well, I did throw out that ad about the full nudity
Oh,
in the middle of it, but
I don't know.
I don't think they were. I don't think that was because of you or I, though.
I see what's happening here.
Just saying,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah,
It's nice. I mean, it's not bad.
Nice.
I actually like it.
So this week I did the right thing and didn't advertise anything. So
Well,
now we're gonna.
I
be,
mean,
we're
it,
on the
it
downside.
actually doesn't taste bad with toothpaste either.
No,
so
no.
That's not.
I'm gonna have some orange juice later
Yeah.
and see if I can make it any better.
I ain't kidding.
It's delicious.
It is delicious. It's very crisp and clean tasting.
Yeah.
And there's no after bite.
See, I like this, Jim.
You like that one?
I do.
That is
Okay.
good.
What do you think you want to give that one?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'll take
nice.
a 9 on that too.
I'm gonna have to think about
It's
this.
Pilsnery.
Yeah, it is.
I think
That's why I'm not a
Very-
fan.
The older
Very
I get,
good.
the more I like the Pilsners. It's like wine. When I was a kid, like all kids, you like sweet wines, Manischewitzes and stuff like that. And the older I've gotten, I like really dry red wines that are just not sweet at all.
Like nasty ass Burgundy that's been sitting in your dad's bar for like a couple.
I don't
of
want
years.
it to be. I don't want it to be bitter and broken like an old woman. You know?
Hey, Tom.
Oh.
What up, guys? Guy? Sorry, had to be almost
It's Tom,
1/10 of a
the
beer.
world famous
Obviously besotted.
Tom from This Is Tom's World. Hey, it's Joby. He wants us to turn it the fuck down because that's what happened last night.
What?
Joby was the sound guy last night
Oh.
at we played at McStew's, and the owner's son. Now that he's kicking big time, the owner's son. He asked us to turn down a little bit, and we had a really good mix during the first set. I mean, everything was really pristine, and everything was balanced. Vocal monitors, guitars, bass. I could hear every instrument on stage, keyboards, and we had to turn down after we had a break because they had Irish dancers come in and do their little thing. It wasn't a little thing. It was a pretty cool thing, actually. And so then we made some adjustments on stage, and we never got back to that comfortable place. At least I didn't. I turned my amp down too low, and then, other people didn't turn theirs at all. Or they said they did. I don't know what happened.
Oh, turn the whole thing into a tissue of lies, did they?
So it was a struggle for me at times up there yesterday.
Well, yeah, I got nervous. I thought we were too loud here because we've done that before. When we remember the time we interviewed Moonroof and we were overmodulating by about a factor of 10 million.
Oh, that was that band or something?
Yeah, I mean, they were really cool, and
yeah.
we totally screwed them because we
Yeah.
were just like,
Oh, you guys are wrong. Yeah.
the entire fucking time, and we couldn't tell.
Yeah.
That happens.
So,
Sorry if I sound tired.
well, you are tired.
My neighbor was having his tree cut down today, and
At 7:30.
at 7:30, and I went to bed around 3:30, and they started about 7:30. That's what I said, right? So I didn't get much sleep. It sort of defeated the purpose.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that? Oh, and then they hit I think they hit the Verizon line. Our Verizon line was hanging down about 30. It was at about 13
Either that or
feet.
they cut a tree and then
Yeah,
it took
a
up the
limb.
tree
It
was
probably-
holding the
Yeah.
slack.
Yeah. So because the line across the street was also drooped.
It always droops.
It
It's
was
like
really drooped.
it's like going
I
to
think-
Hedonism 3.
I think
It's just
something hit it.
droopy old things everywhere.
Well, it's not now.
I thought young people went. to
It's high and
hedonism.
tight now.
No, they don't. Trust me, they
But we-
don't.
Oh, it's old.
We
It's
came very
all
close to
frozen.
not having a show tonight because if that line had been cut, we would have been hot spotting, and I
Well,
don't think that would
thank
have
God
worked out.
you were home.
We could have just spliced a really long one and run it over to my house.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped getting.
Oh,
Verizon.
I have 1,000 feet of wire. I could
Yeah,
have
we could've
terminated
done
us
that.
a line.
Yeah, no worries.
We could have done it.
Yeah.
Howard, excuse us. We're just gonna cross.
Don't mind
over.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pugsley, you.
Oh,
I
what's going
What was
on with
going
that?
on?
I swear to God,
Like-
I heard like a pneumatic wrench in his garage the other
Like,
night.
what are we doing now?
I looked over there,
Poor-
and he was
poor-
like he had the front whole wheel pulled off the piece of shit mobile in his front yard.
Was it his car or somebody else's car?
There was
that
somebody
white
else's
chunk of
car.
shit.
I thought I saw.
No,
I thought I
there's
saw.
somebody
There was a
else's
Lexus
car over
in
there.
There's
there.
another
and-
white chunk of shit.
I'm like, what are we doing now?
So
Are
did somebody
we-
go to his house and go, "Hey, can I? My house sucks. Can I do it in your
Oh,
driveway?"
hey, listen.
Never,
A couple of
Joby,
years ago,
never.
he came over and he said, "Your driveway is flatter than mine. Could I change my brakes in your driveway?"
Oh, sure. Yeah, I get brake fluid all over my shit. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna have to say no to that.
Well, not to mention he has
No,
a
no,
concrete
thank
driveway.
you.
Yeah.
So if you put jack stands on it, they won't sink into the tarmac.
Well, I might on his.
We
It's probably
have-
only about
we have
an eighth
tar.
of an inch thick.
So
So
Yeah.
that's a no, dog.
that's a hard no, dog.
Oh my God! It was just. I was sitting outside for a while, just watching. The lights were on,
Let's see.
and they're out there.
The
wailing
lights
on
are
the car.
always
See,
on.
here's my number of invites for the show available.
Hey, I
Jim.
was just
Zero?
running around my game and
0.
What's that?
The number of invites I'm allowed to put for this show.
Zero.
Zero.
What the hell? All right, I'll have to start.
So
inviting
I am unallowed.
Oh well.
That's not
I can
proper
only
English.
I can only invite like people who are subscribed to the P
So
word.
Tom
Well,
is
that's-
saying that he
that's-
saw
that's how the
Irish
P word
bands
works.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of
my
this
God.
weekend. So he went geeked out on.
That'll make you drunk just hearing it.
I didn't see you last
Shamrock
night at
Days.
McStew's, Mr. Tom.
Yeah. Well, he's busy with somebody else.
Did you put any content out today? I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything.
I'm just curious.
Just interested in knowing where you're going next.
Because there's a curious place that he should go see.
Is it that gay bar?
No, that's the Lark. That closed
that's
down.
gone.
Yeah.
I remember talking about that once. I mentioned it to my dad, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it's a nice place." I'm like, "Go on."
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Right.
No, but I just think
that-
it's my
Yeah.
my dad always used to make fun of me for being a homosexual, even though I'm not. And I was just
I'm allergic
concerned
to
at
our
why he
room.
was there. And he's like, "Oh, you just don't go in the back."
I think it was the humidifier.
Okay.
This might help. The Kennedy Suppley building would be an interesting place to.
Oh my God!
I don't know if you're alled to walk on that
No,
property.
Caitlin goes over there all the time. She
Okay.
wants to go in there so badly. She goes urban exploring, which is like highly scary sometimes.
Yeah, we watch people that do that.
Yeah, and she does it up in like Chester County and some really shitty places. And I'm like, you better keep your fucking phone on you because I'm gonna get a call like I'm in a basement, the stairs collapsed. Can you come get me?
Right. Or
I'm in jail.
Yeah, come dig me out of this place, right?
Yeah, but I mean Kennedy Supplee, like she that's like her holy
Well, some
grail.
guys got killed there.
Did they?
Yeah, they were stripping out copper wires about 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, and
it was
hit-
They
connected.
electrocuted
Yeah.
themselves.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
So in Wildwood, at Maurice Piers, we're getting ready to start a season with them, and they said at Venture Pier, the water park, somebody was stealing copper, and they cut through the high voltage, and they said it's the kind of high voltage that the voltage on the box is like a serial number, like super high.
Like the bus, like as thick as your thumb.
So their power has been out because of it, but they were like, body?
You
Is
dicks.
there a body? Like it would be on fire or it washed out into the ocean. We're not sure yet. So we're going to probably take a ride down there next week sometime.
Oh, great.
Get things
Here we go again.
moving for the season.
Is that right?
But so Saturday we went to see Dave McGuire's band.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, the theater was quite cool.
We went to the Gem in Spring City,
Yeah.
which is used to be called Chaplin's for many years.
Such a cool place.
It is. I can't
Yeah.
believe you've never been there. It's
No, I was never there. But we had great seats up in the balcony.
Jim Naffis is unavailable to be
Yeah.
here tonight. He's at the FOP.
Well, that's
Yeah,
better
so
than
we
this.
sat in the balcony. Excuse me, that beer's coming back. Wants to
That's
make
what
a
does
repeat.
Irish beer do?
So we went and sat in the balcony. We had two really good cocktails. Our first cocktails from the bartender there.
The first one was good.
Was the owner actually who made us our drinks? I think.
No.
No.
Katie was the blonde with the
You mean Amy?
pigtails. Katie.
Amy. They kept getting
Yeah.
the names wrong. It was funny.
Yeah. We're like, Dave, got to get it right.
But Jim,
Yeah.
he did a great job. Jim, his band is really good.
Yeah.
He's such a good singer.
He really is, and I don't remember her name. The woman who was with him.
She was spectacular.
was spectacular.
Yeah.
The two of them together were really good.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't do just the band's called Highway Run. They don't just do
They're
Journey.
really, 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 really good.
They also do Pat Benatar and other bands,
Mm-hmm.
some cool stuff, some Heart
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it was good, and Dave brought the lighting system, so he had a really elaborate light system set up,
Unfortunately.
Wow.
he
So like the whole time he's up there on
started
stage,
out
always
blinding people first and then had to turn them off a little and then adjust later. So
I mean, he had some stuff.
it was really cool.
just
Wow.
assume
It
when you
looked
do
like-
that, you're just upset. 'cause
Like
you
a
know you gotta take it
professional
down.
theater, like the whole
Well, it's
thing.
the same stuff they put in a professional theater.
know,
It wasn't any
I
different.
wonder if it's Chave because that's what we use.
I love
some
Chauvet
of it
stuff.
is, but he said
Yeah.
he and not that Chavet's not made in China. Most of the stuff he said he had was all
But
made
it
in
sounds
China.
French.
Yes, but I think Chauvet, a lot of that stuff is.
I had a Chauvet. In 1990, I bought my first fog machine. It was a Chauvet 700.
Oh, cool.
Last year, I had to get rid of it.
Oh.
It was just
Wow,
I couldn't-
that lasted
I couldn't
a long
clean
time.
it anymore. That was when the first time I told you can actually take them apart.
Yeah.
That was the one I was showing you because I would rip it apart and clean it.
Oh, okay.
And
So now I think that the
just couldn't
smoke
get it out.
machine we just bought, the Froggies, I think that's USA made. Pretty sure that's a USA made machine. Pretty sure, he said. Pretty sure.
so no tariffs on that, yeah.
There's no tariffs.
Oh, there we go. That's good.
Interesting story. If you're into guitars, I use Floyd Rose tremolos on a lot of my guitars, as you can see. Well, you can't see the whole room, but there's a lot of Floyd Roses in this room. And most Floyd Roses, if not all, are made, the ones that I use are made in Germany. And the rest are made in Korea, and some are made in, like, China and stuff like
What's
that.
the difference?
Well, Floyd Rose just opened an American factory of some sort. I can't imagine it's a big factory. I mean, how many tremolos are you making? I don't
Is
know.
it like Bridgeport or something?
And so supposedly now you can get an American Floyd Rose, which is how they were originally made back in the early 80s and whatnot, as far as I know. And then the Schaller, the German company, West German at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
My God, you're dating
got
yourself.
involved. Yeah.
People weren't
So
alive. back
I'm
during the Cold
excited
War.
about that, and I think if when they come online and they're available, I'm going to buy one as an experiment and put it on one of my guitars.
Nice.
Just to, to support, American.
Yeah, why not?
You know?
Yeah.
Thank you, Joby. Joby said it was great mixing you the other night. It was great having you as our mixologist of music.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I will say that I expected for playing on St. Patty's Day, I thought it would be a little more robust. Now I understand it was a weeknight, and I know every place was packed over the weekend because we saw that everywhere we went.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
My back deck was packed with the two of us, and we drank a lot
But
of
there
beer on
was
Sunday night.
that was very
and
Irish.
it was very
deck.
enthusiastic.
It was a very Irish.
To
deck.
them, it's actually an actual holiday. Like it's a religious holiday.
Yeah.
They eat like basically fart fuel and
Yeah. Yeah.
move on from there.
We were
actually made
talking about that actually.
Did you have fart fuel?
No, not fart fuel
Oh.
in particular, Irish food. And we went to a friend's house recently and we did all Irish because he's Irish and his fiance's Irish.
Well, he always has a theme when you go
Corned
over.
beef.
Oh,
Cabbage.
bangers and corned
Mash
beef and mash and,
fart
like
fuel.
just so.
Very good.
Oh,
Very good. Better than
Absolutely
anything I've ever had
delicious.
anywhere else.
We made Guinness
such a
stew
good
for
cook.
dinner on Sunday.
That must have been good.
Oh, it was friggin'
soda
amazing.
bread.
Yeah.
Soda bread was good.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna either Brie or I will make some soda bread and bring it down.
So when you
we
make
have a
So
recipe.
good.
I took soda bread and I made scones, and I took them to her mom, and her mom was like, "I love these," and like her, like sisters were like looking at me like, "You piece of shit."
so when you make the stew, what's in the stew? Obviously you put Guinness in it or
It's
something.
you put in it's obviously like beef because we can't find lamb. I mean, if somebody has one, I'll kill it and butcher it. But I
want no parts of that.
What if they're good? No, I mean, but we get beef, carrots, potatoes, all that kind of stew stuff. You take the beef. The way I do it is I saute the beef in bacon fat, and because you have
'Cause
to.
everything's
You
better
gotta
than bacon.
you gotta keep
Yeah,
that shit in
everything-
the fridge, right?
It is better in bacon. Yeah.
No, because the first time I ever had turnips, my mother-in-law came over to me and she's like, "Do you want to try some turnips?" I'm like, "Why?" I'm like,
They get sweet when they're cooked.
she gave them to
But
me.
it depends on how they're cooked.
No, they were good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What the fuck did you do to them?" And she sautéed them in bacon.
Oh.
Bacon grease. Oh
well,
my
yeah.
like we
So
just
anyway,
said.
Cheater.
So the meat in the
Yeah.
bacon grease, and then you don't drain it.
Ugh.
You take the vegetables and you put them. I always parboil vegetables so they're kind of cooked. You put them in, and then you saute them in the leavings. Put it all back together. Pour in some
thought of
beef
something.
broth.
You reduce it, and then you
you reduce it a little while. and then-
deglaze the pan.
well, yeah, I deglaze the pan with the Guinness. But then I take a couple teaspoons of flour and mix it with water, and then put the slurry in, and then
That sounds
Would that
good.
work in a crock pot to do
Oh,
a
yeah.
crock pot
Oh,
meal?
yeah.
Just throw some bacon in a crock.
No,
No.
no, you got to do the bacon the old-fashioned
No,
way
but I
first.
don't want-
You can't just throw bacon in
No,
there. and
but
hope
you're
for the
not
best.
gonna. Why not for the flavor?
It won't.
You're not
I
gonna
don't
eat
think
the bacon.
I don't think the fat will reduce the way
what
you think
what
it
I
might.
did this time
that's
was
true.
I didn't feel like dealing with it because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So we have bacon bits, like real bacon bits that Caitlin uses in like salads and shit. So I took some of those and, like I said, some of the tallow from the fridge for some fucking reason we have, and I threw the bacon in and I threw the tallow in and mixed it all. It was really good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of give me lots and lots of grease because obviously that's going to
Well,
be good
it's
for
all
me.
it's all relative
Yeah, it's
to the
not
amount of
gonna be
food that
good
you're
for
cooking.
your-
So when I make
Yeah.
I make spaghetti sauces all the time. I used to, and I would always back 10, 15 years ago. I would start with bacon. That would be the first thing I would put
in
in
your spaghetti sauce?
when I would make my sauce. I would eat many of the ones that you had.
Have bacon in it?
Bacon was the first thing I would
never
put in the
saw you
pan.
Cook bacon first.
I'd put bacon in, and then I'd put in the olive oil, then the garlic, the onions, the carrots, and all that stuff.
Ah, there we go.
Yes, I did say carrots. Sometimes that's good when you.
Dude, I couldn't find carrots in the store like frozen. Like I always use frozen vegetables because I'm sorry.
Well, there's a carrot flu.
Sure. So I could not find carrots, so I went and I bought a couple of pounds of carrots, and I just used Oh God, what is that thing called?
The grater.
No, not a grater. Shit, the slicer thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm brain farting. Sorry.
You were Julianning.
No, just slicing
just
chunks out of them.
slicing,
And then I parboiled them, put them in a bag, and froze them. Now I have this gigantic stash of like carrots I can use.
Nice.
Because like a couple of months ago, I was like, you know what? We got to just do this. We got to start doing like roasted like root vegetable things.
That's true.
That or what you just read.
Tom.
Ah,
Tom, sorry.
she is totally Irish. Oh, we're gonna have to have a duel.
Totally.
Mine's totally Irish.
Well, yours is fresh off the
Your
boat.
yours is
Mine's born over a
born.
pub. Yeah,
Born.
in Killybegs, Irish.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm afraid to go to sleep some nights because she knows where the knives are. Irish, yeah, that kind of thing, you know. But
Oh, funny.
love you, honey. I wrote you a song.
I just found some footage of Dave's band from the other night. Somebody else filmed it. Let's see it. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, that audio's not doing it justice.
No.
If Highway runs around and you can see them, just do it.
Let me see if I can find
just fucking do it. Don't
the video
You have
I
no
shot.
excuse not to if they're anywhere within a 50-mile area radius of where the hell you are.
Right.
because I have some
So
video I
good.
shot.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, the time went super fast too. We were like, I was like, oh, it's over already.
But Tom, does she say Celtic or Celtic? Because it really fucking matters to me.
Why does it matter to you? You're
Yeah, my audio is
not
much
your
better.
girlfriend.
I hate when people say Celtic. That drives me crazy.
That's better.
All right,
audio.
Tom, she passes. We're tied. We're all good.
We definitely had better sound in the balcony than that other video.
Well,
Yeah.
this is probably filmed on some piece of shit phone. I mean, what do you want?
This is my phone.
It's a
This
piece of
one
shit?
is good.
This sounds good.
Yeah, it's not shitty to me. They sound better than that. I mean, it's not bad, but they sound way better than that. It's a little low.
Yeah, it's good. Are you gonna get James to this?
The World Masturbation Trials? What is that?
With your feet.
I can't do that anymore.
So I had multiple.
Yeah, you were gonna have Dave on tonight. But
I asked him to be on. He
yeah.
he never replied. Let's see what this one is. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
So I posted it like 3 times apparently. I guess the phone was acting up.
Well, if you posted anything on Facebook,
How many times?
I think I wished my cousin happy birthday like 5 times today. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, my sister's birthday was Monday. No, Sunday.
I didn't wish her a happy birthday.
On Sunday. Oh, shame on you.
Bastard.
It didn't come up in my Facebook feed.
Again.
I think she's barely on Facebook like me. You know. What's
Hey,
the point?
Deej.
Maybe I'll wish her.
What's the point?
Should I not do it now.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
what's the point? Like it's over now.
Happy belated.
I had to do it to my
Right,
cousin, and I
it's
felt real like
over.
I said, "Happy birthday! I'm a dick."
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Next year's the big one.
21.
The big
not.
6-0 next year.
But the funny thing is, you can hear people
But her daughter's
talking
16.
while the band was playing.
Yeah, you got to smack those motherfuckers.
We were up in the speakeasy area.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Do you have to give a password?
No, we didn't. They should have made us say a password to get up there. We got there just in time, too, because if we had gotten there 2 minutes later, we wouldn't have had a seat. We would have been
Oh,
standing.
we got there just in the nick
we-
of time.
That's
We
why I take a
did.
stun gun wherever I go. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
It was really good seats.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got a good look, man.
Yeah.
That guy's over 60 years old. I mean, that's just amazing.
What time did you
Yeah.
get home last night?
I got home sometime between 2:15 and 2:30 or something.
Oh shit, I was still awake.
Were you?
Yeah,
I should have knocked on your door.
you could have.
I was futzing around bringing guitars in, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do everything in one shot. I'm going to take multiple steps. I brought bags in first. I brought guitars
there you go.
in.
Look at you.
I hung guitars. I did.
Did you eat when you came here?
No, I made myself.
Well, you have to bring everything in because people fucking stealing shit.
I poured 2 fingers of Jameson and threw some ice in for St. Patty's
Have you
Day.
tried Jameson Black?
I have.
How is it?
It was all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Compared to regular Jameson.
I don't. It was okay. I don't like it. Doesn't stand up my brain.
I was going to go
sure I
get
had it.
some and bring it in, but now I just don't want to.
No, it's
I don't fucking care anymore.
No, you know what?
I like Jameson plain.
Do you drink bourbon?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a bottle of Frank's August is what it's called.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm gonna get it for Polly for his birthday.
She's hot, Tom. She's hot.
Was so impressed with
I
this
was very
bourbon.
impressed. It didn't seem real.
He was like like humming as he was drinking it. It was so good.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah.
He was like, this is
And
so good.
I wish I had some more beer to try that.
I was going for a blood test that week, and I was worried about my liver numbers and
Yeah.
all that. Being artificially
as long as you're not
inflated.
like completely fucked all. From the
So
week
was
before.
the night that we did the Irish theme
Yeah, it was
dinner.
that night. Yeah.
That's probably.
And then Frank
Yeah,
served
Terry
us
bourbon.
Frank August or you because I don't drink bourbon, but
I think I had 3 glasses.
yeah, maybe 2 because I was
Seemed
like,
like 3.
Frank, don't fill him up with this stuff. He has to walk
I had to walk
to get to the car.
and I went to work the next
See,
day.
I look at that kind of stuff like getting shit faced before work as a challenge. Like I've done. Like I remember one
Now,
time.
if
One
every-
time you and I went out.
I know.
No. And it was just not that time.
Oh.
There was another time you and I went out and
There's
and
lots of times.
I
There
came
are
home
lots of times.
complete.
Not that time. This time.
Another time I came home completely fucked, and I remembered when I got home like, oh shit,
Oh, really?
I have to do biometric screening tomorrow morning.
You had to do what?
Biometric
Oh,
screening
okay.
for work.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I went in, everything was still fine. I was like, oh my god, like
No, I got my.
I'm indestructible.
I got my numbers back. I went 3 days later. 3 days later, I think it was. I went for my blood work, and everything came out just fine.
Yeah.
And to the point that the doctor said to me, "Whatever it is you're doing,
Keep doing that.
keep doing that."
So keep drinking.
Keep doing that.
Ah.
I wonder if he's a drinker. I don't think he probably
I
is.
think most doctors
I don't
would
know.
be, wouldn't they?
Terry
think
Terry
so.
says she wants to taste that bourbon. So
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what she was
no,
talking
definitely.
about.
I know that Russell would
would like
taste
it.
that. Yeah.
Doing a bourbon tasting next week?
Yeah. Well, I'll get it. I can get it, and then we'll do it.
I'll go
Early
get a.
bird.
I'm not going to drink it.
I'll get a
but-
bottle of Jameson Black and
Yeah.
what the hell? Let's go nuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, we will.
You're going to take Wednesday off then?
I was just thinking. Tell my boss
What's the
I'm
weather
not
gonna
gonna
be
take
like?
another vacation day.
That's right. I took off the week of the 28th of April, so I might get just. let you
Anything
know.
special?
I have to clean my garage and
Okay.
coat my driveway and do a whole bunch of other shit.
It's garage cleaning week.
Yeah, the neighborhood loves it when I do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
having a garage sale.
Look, what's Jim got?
So my son had an interesting message sent to his band today. They
Was
got
it something about like Easy Pass?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh
It was
my
about their
God.
band van.
Yeah.
No, they were notified. They got an email from Brent Porsche from WMMR. They don't know what it's about or in reference to yet, but they're going to be reaching out to Brent and
What he
see.
just said, like, "Hey, get in touch with me."
He said, "Studweiser, I need to speak with you."
Oh, that's kind of
So
a cryptic.
I don't know
That's
the
exciting,
exact. I don't know
right?
the exact wording of it, but it was something to the effect of that. So he called me up very very happy today about that, and I was happy for him.
Oh, my parents used to go like, "Get in here right now," and that was never good.
Well, that wasn't Brent Porsche.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
True. I did get a letter.
And
once
they didn't
from-
call you Studweiser, right?
Not at all. No.
He was never the Studweiser.
No.
can think of a-
Asshole.
Johnson, get in here.
But
Half Mass Johnson.
what was it? There's no half mass about it. I was walking. I remember watching those ads. Like, wait, 5 hours? You have to call your doctor? Is that a problem? I used to go through days like that.
Too much information.
That
I'd be
Viagra-
bumping into
that
people-
Viagra
bad?
just kept
I'd
I'd be
lingering
bumping into
and
people
lingering.
at church. Like, I'm really sorry. Let me shake your hand.
Is that wrong?
You gotta be kidding.
It's just the way life is, isn't it? Shit.
God.
Hey, Ariana, congratulations.
Oh boy.
Hey, fuck you, man!
Yeah, hey,
Not her. Why
Bastard.
did you
It was
say
you.
it was
that?
not me, you piece of shit. this is me.
Ariana.
That's because everyone's mouth is usually full of your wife's box.
Yeah, that's me. That's usually more disgusting. So
Ariana had a great week. She got her degree from welding school.
Oh, congrats.
Right?
Congrats.
So congratulations
cheers
to her.
you.
very nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
Terry's asking how last night was. Last night was Terry. I'll give it a big okay.
Yeah, aren't you just gracious?
Yeah.
So.
It was
The clog
fun.
dancing was good, right?
The Irish dancers were spectacular.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were spectacular.
I asked Maria if she knew how to do that. She told me to go fuck
And I had
myself
a, I
and
had
never
a,
bring it up again.
Had a Boilermaker with my boy Matty. He bought me a Boilermaker.
Really? What are you guys, like old men now?
It's an Irish car bomb, is what he said.
Oh, that's a car. Oh,
Maybe there's a little bit difference.
gross. Yeah, it's different. It's gross.
And then I had a ginger and gin when I first got there with Mark, and that was nice. While we were getting stuff set up, so I had that, and then a couple beers and whatnot, and made the rounds.
Yeah, you seemed fine when you got home.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 fingers when I
Yeah.
In what?
2 fingers of Jameson when I got home. I said that earlier. You're just not paying attention again.
Well, I
With a
didn't
little
know.
bit
I didn't know if there was
ice.
a different two
No,
fingers.
No, there wasn't.
I've got like lots
There's
of fingers.
not
She
more to
wasn't
the
up.
story. Not more to the story.
She just touched my knee when I got in bed.
Yeah. No, I was like, is he home yet? Because I was worried. Like at 1:30, I woke up and I was like,
I
"Ooh,
told you I'd be
he's
late."
He's not home yet. So should I call him? And then if I distract him and then he goes to answer the phone,
Will he crash the
then
tree?
if he crashes the car,
Take out our
then that's
Verizon
not
line.
good. So no calling.
No, I scuffed the wheel
then-
today.
Okay, and then I guess I fell back to sleep, and around 2:30, I reached over. You were there. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
See?
all is well. in the
All is
world.
well in the world. Franklin didn't care.
No,
You just want somebody to keep him warm. Doesn't matter who it is.
Where the fuck were you?
he's a mama's boy.
It's funny. Like our cat won't sleep on me. If I go up to bed and I'm the only one there, she'll jump up on my chest and piss me off because I can't get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But if Bree's there, she jumps on her and goes to sleep on her hip. Me, it's right on the diaphragm.
Yeah, me, it's
I'm like,
right
fucking
on
lose
my
some weight.
chest.
Jesus Christ. But like today I went in, and every once in a while I go in and she's laying in my spot on the bed. And I walk in, she just looks at me like, what the fuck do you want?
Just tell her not to lay in the wet spot.
This is my
other words,
spot.
It's all wet, man. It's just gross.
Don't touch it.
Ugh.
Oh, but poor Bashy has a nice limp going, and I've taken her to the vet, and they're just like, well,
She's old as shit.
she's not hurt. She doesn't seem to be in pain, but she's obviously in pain because she's not doing steps very well.
No, and as we learned today, she had a little accident in Mommy
Yeah.
Dearest's room.
What, she just like exorcist shit all over the floor.
Apparently, that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to.
I want to talk to you.
No, you don't.
That's like the time we had a husky and she was in. I built this gigantic mega crate for her to sleep in. So it was
Doesn't
really,
matter.
really big.
They get out.
Oh no! Oh yeah, she got out.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle came over to do some. He was replacing.
She'll bring it to you piece by piece.
My uncle came over to my house for the very first time ever. It was our first house to put a door in the garage because he's like a contractor and he's Italian. Don't read into it, but
I'm not that kind of contractor.
he came over and like looked in the
I
window
paint
and the
houses.
house was trashed because the dog just ripped everything apart.
Oh yeah.
And he told me, he's like, oh, I thought that's just how you lived.
Yeah?
I was like, is the door done yet?
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my gosh, that's
Jerk.
terrible.
Yeah. But no,
No.
she had an accident in there one day. Like it was just like a horror movie.
Mm.
And, I don't want to yell at her because I got stuck at work. It wasn't her fault.
Right,
So
right.
that was a mistake.
Well, the tacos didn't help.
Then for like the next week, she's just like, oh, I can shit in the cage and you're not going to beat the hell out of me? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not going to beat the hell out of you, but I'm not
So-
going to be happy.
In my previous life, I had a Shetland sheepdog and white carpet.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise known as a shitlin.
Yes. Wasn't good.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, we had the husky. We finally got carpet to put in and have replaced, and we were like, "What gets dirty really well?"
White.
No, it was like blue and gray mixed. It was perfect. You never knew it was filthy. My parents back in the 70s built like their love crib in their bedroom. It was like white shag carpet, which became gray wherever the hell they walked very quickly. I was like, "This is lovely, guys. That was smart."
and a conversation pit in the living room.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, those were cool.
You know, the only
A-frame
reason
houses with conversation.
the reason
pits
they
for
got
living
rid of
rooms.
those, from what I understand, is people were falling in them because there's
Oh.
no real railing around it, so people would just be like walking and Dick Van Dyking right into the center
I
of the
remember
pit.
one of those up with Smuggler's Notch when I was there. Yeah, we didn't have one of those.
I certainly wanted one.
We
as
just
a
had a
kid.
den. My sisters would just have orgies there. And I remember being like 9 years old watching this. Like, you guys have the morals of fucking goats. I swear to God.
Oh, Jim.
See, they even had goat yoga back then.
I think so. That's what it looked like anyway. That's why I was mad growing up. I'm like, okay, so when I become a teenager, I can fuck
So did you
everything that
scream
moves.
like goats?
I didn't. I just left the room. But I thought, like, oh man, this is going to be great. When I get to be that age, I'm going to go completely nuts and fuck everything that moves too. And then, AIDS came along and couldn't do that.
So where's your goat screamer?
I was putting on
You're,
goat.
oh, you're gonna try to find it?
I had it.
You're supposed to already have
goat,
it.
I was playing the goat song.
That?
Oh my gosh.
Enough of that.
Yeah. I don't know why I mentioned it.
That was a 7-year-old. What the hell was that?
Oh.
Wow.
That's the Halloween goat.
Yeah.
Any rate.
Zombie Reagan says, shut the fuck up.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
A child being tortured.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it. I just sit at work sometimes just...
Playing that or doing that?
Both.
Because I've done stuff like that where I'm like,
All right.
what the fuck, man? Like, I remember being in a meeting and I'm like just playing around, playing things like, just random sounds because I'm really fucking bored,
In
like,
a meeting.
stuff like that. And then someone's like, someone not on mute.
And this just in, you can go fuck yourself.
That wasn't me.
Oh my god.
I did that going into work one time. I was driving in and they had a meeting, some all hands meeting, and I was coming into work, so I was listening. And I'm driving.
Did you just say all hands?
All hands meeting. Everybody's hands had to be there.
All hands meeting.
It was a jazz meeting.
They have stupid names for me. They had like stand-up meetings.
Yeah.
We have a stand-up at
not doing
11
that.
o'clock.
Fuck you, I'm sitting down.
What do you mean?
Tired. But no, I was driving
All
in.
hands on deck, stand up.
I'm driving in and somebody cuts me off. I'm like, you motherfucker! Everything got really quiet and I'm like, looking at my phone like, am I on mute?
See, now, when we have meetings, you're supposed to be, at your home station.
Mm-hmm.
And, we had people that didn't follow that rule.
Where were they?
Some were driving in cars.
Yeah, they were out driving in their car, and this
I'm
is what you
allergic
would
to
hear.
our room.
I think that's what happened to us last week, Nance. I think there's something going on here.
I'm gonna have to clean the carpet. I just steam cleaned these carpets.
I know.
But
You're allergic
maybe,
to steam.
No, maybe I didn't dry them well enough, and it's.
Well, I also had
now moldy in here.
Nah, not if you do that.
I had the humidifier going in here for a couple
Does
days
it smell
because
musty?
Mommy Dearest ran the electric heater for days on end and dried out the house, and my guitars all sprouted
nice.
frets.
Cool.
That was not good. Well, anyway, we're in we're on this conference call for work, and everybody's talking about this. And, I'm going to do this. And we're like, oh,
Somebody's driving in
somebody's
their car.
driving in their car. Must be nice.
Oh, we had a guy come. We have to put
The famous words I hate.
If the person who is having the meeting is on camera, you're supposed to be on camera. That's the rules. So we're sitting there and we're in the meeting.
I would love to do that. If it was mandated, I would love to paint my face.
Oh, the best part is for Halloween, I always dress up in something stupid and don't say anything, and then people are like, "What are you wearing? What do you mean?" Or I put
What do you
the
mean?
backgrounds I use are like Star Destroyers and all kinds of crazy shit. But this guy comes in.
Listen tight.
He comes
I'm
in
allergic.
to the meeting.
Yeah, you are.
And him and his wife are shirtless.
What?
And
Not him and his wife?
And they walk in and she walks by and he sits down and it's like somebody's like, Eric, your camera's on. And it immediately goes off. It's like,
oh, we had it set for the sex video we were doing earlier, and
it's like, I'm sorry we had this meeting at noon and you had a nooner scheduled, but still.
Everyone's
we're nudists
totally
in the house,
jealous.
and we didn't know.
No, I wasn't jealous. I was saying this.
Okay, be nice.
That's kind of what I did, but I was on mute, so I was more like,
Oh my gosh.
oh,
Had to drink more.
the horror. But yeah, the worst part is like I remember like I just get up and roll into the spare bedroom and I'm like working and I realized like I missed like an Outlook meeting reminder.
Oh.
And I have a meeting in 30 seconds and I haven't shaved and my hair's like all like killer clowns.
So do you have to be on camera?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm almost never do it.
I do that on my fans.
I just
always.
do. I get on the call and don't put my camera on.
I don't do it if I
When
but
your
like
when
my,
your boss is on next time and this is happening.
Oh God. See, as long as Nancy's here when you do that, it's not as creepy. But when we're sitting here and you're doing that, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I don't feel comfortable.
Oh my God.
That just sounds violent and painful for everybody.
Oh my God.
Look at those things. That looks horrible.
Do you think we would get that there's no
You would get fired if you did that.
If you were slapping your balls on the microphone in the middle of a meeting, yeah.
Something that happened to some guy.
How?
Johnson?
How the fuck did that happen
He was
to somebody?
apparently some.
Will you stop that?
He was man.
Put it on full screen, you freak.
Oh wait.
Don't point at it. I don't want to look at it.
We did. Wasn't it like on one of those bloopers where we saw, and the guy was on a call and he was doing
wanking.
that.
He was wanking
On a call.
Yeah.
On a video call.
Oh, I love fiscal responsibility. What the hell?
It was crazy.
It happens.
Holy cow. Everybody get back to work.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know when I was a TV guide, there was a guy who got caught fucking on Walter Annenberg's desk.
Well, that's not a.
I think he was with somebody at the time, so it's a little less.
It was a big desk, probably.
It was a huge fucking
So
desk.
there was a Seinfeld.
That was George.
Yeah.
That was George.
Yeah.
Was that
with the cleaning lady?
Was that not? Was that frowned upon?
Is
I think that's what he
frowned
said.
upon? Yeah,
think
because
that's
I
a
mean,
thing
I
now.
wouldn't have done it as I thought it was frowned upon.
I didn't know that wasn't okay in the workplace.
Depends on where you work. If you're a pig farmer, it's kind of weird. Or a bakery.
Well, apparently, where George worked, it was very bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
Seinfeld. So
Best show
good.
ever, I swear.
I work at home, so I guess it's okay during certain times.
Yeah.
But I mean, not on camera. That's
Well,
just
Yeah.
fucking
when
Not
weird.
during the meeting.
No.
Yeah.
No.
During baby making week.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Baby making month. Isn't that like April or something? I forget.
It's
That's
called
Is
the
it?
ovulation.
gross.
No, seriously, we have to do it. She's ovulating.
Right.
If you want that, yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
I just remember waking up after Caitlin was born a few months later, and I'm like, Bree woke up actually, and I was like hovering over her, and she's like, ah. And I was like, I don't want my kids, you?
What?
I was like, I don't want more kids.
You don't want any more kids.
Yeah, like I was like, it was one of those things that nobody wanted to say it, so I'm like, I'll say it. No more. That's it. I need to sleep some fucking day. Like I'm ready to go to prison.
Which then equals no sex.
I wanted more.
Oh, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. One's enough. I remember telling my family, like my dad and my sisters that Caitlin had she was colicky. And they were like, oh, that's great. I'm like, fuck you guys. You know,
That's such a shame.
they were so happy because apparently I was, and it ruined their lives. So my daughter's discomfort is something they
I think
love.
I was, which all makes sense because David was. You know.
My mom was probably like liquefying bologna to feed me when I was a baby. Who the fuck knows, man?
Judging from the stories you've told,
I do have a list.
You do. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna do.
Did
we
you
doing Florida
prepare?
Man too?
We can do both if
Yeah,
you
we
want.
need to.
Oh,
I did advertise Florida Man, and there's
Yeah.
one person watching that wants to see it.
All right,
And-
we'll put Florida Man.
But Jim has his list.
I have lots of lists.
list.
Florida man, Florida man.
Stop that.
Does whatever a Florida man can. Have a job, probably not. Why is that? He's a freak. Look out, here comes a Florida man.
Everything has a theme. You know? I'm trying to fill up time here. And that's the guy who did Panthro. All right. So here's Florida Man for the week. Wait a minute, something's wrong. There we go. Sorry.
Oh.
I don't. Did I click that? What the hell?
When did you do that? How long ago did you do that?
Just a moment ago.
Are you sure?
Well, it's about Florida Man time, so they didn't hear the music, but they don't care about that.
Oh boy.
But anyway, here's Florida Man. I'll read it again.
All right, just wait.
All right. Yeah, it's
Oh, sorry.
okay. Florida Man arrested after illegal horse meat found in his home. Florida Man claims to have caught a real-life Marty McFly on his camera. Florida Man falls asleep on an airboat, crashes into a Wendy's. Florida Man known as Pee-wee accused of exposing himself at Walmart. Florida Man uses Burmese python to play tug-of-war with big old crocodile. Florida Man sneezes his intestines out of his body at a restaurant.
They all sound plausible after everything we've had lately. Patricia.
I don't live in Florida anymore, Ted. Stop that. You got
3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say 3, but it just anything's possible there anymore.
Tom said 6.
You did? No, he said 7.
I'm gonna go with 5.
Me fucking up.
I'll just say 5.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Everybody's gonna pick a different. I'll go with 5.
All right. We all done? We ready? We ready? All right. So.
You want me to come in? We start over again?
No. I fucked it all up anyway, so it's fine. I can't see the goddamn thing. Okay, so it's not that one. This one is also real.
You renumbered them.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll do that differently. So
Yeah.
There you go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So that one. Ugh. See, I'm not good with this mouse. I need a new mouse. This thing sucks. All right. Marty is actually real. I don't. I have to read that. I didn't read that one. It's not number 4. And number 6 is real. So Nancy got it right.
Again this week. This is the second
I was
week.
going to say that one, but it just
But
sounds...
that's the most plausible friggin' one there.
It
That
is.
is the second week.
I could totally see
I
that
mean,
happening.
you can't really see an airboat going out of a glacier, out of water, and hitting a Wendy's.
Oh, it totally could. I've seen.
How?
They
build a Wendy's?
No, there's a Wendy's like nearby, and they just like near on a canal, and some dickhead on an airboat comes up and hits it and just flies up.
No
in the air.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
But I see your logic, and it paid off this time.
Yes.
See, I didn't read into it that much.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that
All
was
right,
that.
I'm getting good at Florida Man. Now, let's see if I can get
Oh, God.
Jim Perry's world.
Let me bring that up.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. Oh, wait. I have a theme for that, too.
What the fuck, Jim? What the fuck? What the fuck?
See, this is what I do when I go to work. I start doing this kind of crazy shit.
What the fuck?
All right, that's going on longer than I want. Shut up. All right, here we go.
Okay, let's see.
So now these are things. Now I put more because you guys already heard some of these stories, so I had to kind of be weird about it. So these are all but one are true stories from my life. So, number one, took a bong filled with tobacco, because, other stuff was illegal, to work so I could hang out with the smokers and screw with them. Flipped a priest off a priest and yelled, "Fuck you," in the Vatican about 50 feet from the Pope. Knocked a kid out in the gym locker room in middle school. Publicly busted by a nun in church for trying to get my friend to put on my shades, stand up and shout, "I can see." Fought a raccoon on a Sunday morning on my parents' roof. While on a date, led a girl into the sewer to avoid being arrested by security guards. Nearly broke my leg and got arrested for possession of a concealed weapon trying to win a bet at a Halloween party. Watched the first space shuttle launch with VIPs because my mom got lost and bumbled into the wrong gate at NASA.
Florida
I know you guys know at least one of them, and Ted, I know you probably know one of these.
At least one of them.
Yeah.
I'll just have to say 5 once again because somebody's got to say 5.
5, okay.
Get fucked.
What do you think?
Is that
There's
proper?
all of them are right.
Well, they're not right. They're very wrong.
I am going to say number 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to wipe that one out first because that is actually true. I did flip off a priest in the Vatican and yelled, "Fuck you," in his face. What else? Since Ted kind of gave it away, I did nearly break my leg and get arrested at a Halloween party trying to win a bet.
Yeah, we heard that story in one of the recent episodes.
Yep.
9. Oh, 9.
All right. Did actually take a date into the sewer to not get arrested. And that was actually, she wound up marrying me, so there you go.
Good job, Bree.
Yeah. I did knock out a kid in middle school in the locker room because he was mad at me for catching fly balls during a softball game and tried to beat me up, and so I knocked him out. I did fight a raccoon on my parents' roof on a Sunday morning.
I think I actually heard you tell that story.
Yeah. All right. We did actually get into NASA where we shouldn't have because my mother was whining, bitching, and crying at the gate, and the guy just let us in.
I almost said 1. Is that the one?
And yep, this one is real as well.
I heard you tell the 4 story.
Yep. So yeah, I actually
I
thought about doing this, but I never did it. I never took a bong to work, but it was one of those things like all the people at work, like all the smokers were getting like promotions and getting on projects. And I just wanted to walk out there like a big hookah or something.
Plus they get an extra 15 or a couple 15-minute breaks.
Yeah.
Non-smokers.
So I thought it would just be funny to like get a big ass like bong or something really obviously not normal. Just sit out there with them and puff away.
Very good. Very good.
But yeah, Ted was there for number 7 with the You know,
Yeah,
like
because you
breaking my
guys
leg.
told that story. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I was just putting on more game show music.
Yeah.
So that's that. There you go. There were other ones, but some of them were kind of grim. So
That's what we should call that. The what the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first line. The only one.
What the fuck, Jim? There you go.
So if we do that again, we have theme music. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, Bree, it's funny because
What are
Bree,
you
like all
doing?
weekend, was like, "Oh, here's another one you
Why are
forgot."
you doing that?
Will you stop doing
Stop
that?
doing that.
The sound's not working.
Stop doing that.
Good.
Oh, she's got screaming going on. This could have been great.
Yeah, people are gonna think someone's getting murdered.
Yeah.
I think she is getting murdered.
Let's put the thing back on here. Hey, Patricia Phillips.
Yeah.
But
What do you guys do? We watch porn.
hey, Sick Vicky's here.
Vic Sicky?
Yeah.
Hey, I know that guy.
Hello, guy. So yeah, that happened. So, and here we are.
Here we are.
It's funny the one that your friend in church put the glasses on. I was like, that's totally true.
He was such
That's
a dick,
totally
too.
a Jim Perry thing.
Because we always used to sit over, like, you know, Catholic churches are shaped like crosses a lot of times. So we were always sitting in the back pew of the one side. And this time we were dead center 4 rows back from the front.
Spider Rico.
And we're both in Catholic school, and we both fuck around in church the whole time. So we're sitting there, and I had like a pair of like, you know, like Wayfarers, and I'm like, and the priest is just going on and on and on during his homily. I'm like, dude, put these on. Stand up and scream. I can see. Come on, just do it. Do it. Come on, pussy, do it. And meanwhile, he either knew, he probably knew something was going on, because all of a sudden, the one nun my mother actually knew comes from like 5 rows back, moves out, walks around, comes over, throws a missilette at me, points, and slaps me. And I realized, like, wow, 99% of the church saw that. Shit. And
I'm
since I was
in trouble.
well, yeah, especially because then I was going to Catholic school. They pay part of your bill. So I could have gotten in a lot of trouble for doing that. Oh, shit.
At my bar mitzvah, I gave the middle finger to all my friends while sitting up on the
chair.
On the chair. Most people were looking in their books at the time, but my friends all saw me. I was like,
nice, very nice.
You're like, I'm such a bad boy.
yeah, yeah.
Where's the alcohol?
Yeah. Where's that?
That came
Manischewitz?
later.
Yeah.
That's what's
No,
funny.
there was
no,
I didn't.
I miss weddings where they used to have like was it
Gin and tonic?
No, not gin. Whiskey sour fountains.
That's more like what
Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
I don't
And
you don't
think
hear
so,
about
but
people
like,
having whiskey sours.
Like back
but
when we were kids, like
that was
all
a
the
big
kids
thing.
would get
Whiskey
wasted
sour.
because
Yeah.
you just walk over and fill.
Well, my grandfather always had like whiskey sour or Rob Roy stuff mixed up somewhere.
Yeah, but this was like they always had like a fountain. They'd be like mannequin piss peeing into your glass full of like whiskey sour. Because I remember when I was 15, my sister, her husband made me his best man because he couldn't pick his friends. And there's a picture of me about to give my speech. They said it was a toast, so it was like 4 seconds long, and then they all looked at me like I had fucked up. But I'm standing there.
I'd like to thank my dad for this booze.
No, I was
Good luck.
I just said happy and long life, quaff, and left. And everybody's like, that was quick. I'm like, well, is it supposed to be longer? But like, there's a picture of me about to do it, and I'm like, completely wasted.
Slurring his words. Good night.
Ted, I would believe that's still a thing in Pottstown. I think that's it's yeah. I think you have to do that in Pottstown. I think it's required by law.
Everything is still a thing in Pottstown.
The whiskey sour fountain. I think the center of Pottstown is a whiskey. It's a
or
giant.
how about a chocolate fountain?
Ooh.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
That's a thing.
I've only seen pictures.
Oh,
of
did
it.
David have one at his wedding? I don't remember. I think there was a chocolate fountain.
Was there? If there
With
was,
strawberries
I didn't get any.
and
I
I
didn't
don't
get any.
I'm not a fan of fountains anymore because people are gross and they put their like whole friggin' arm in it. And, Did your parents ever have like those oil lamps?
Yes.
Oh,
so we had one hanging in the corner.
No.
And it was like an angel or whatever, and it would, you know.
It would just tinkle oil down
Yeah,
the filament.
exactly. Yeah, we had
So
one of
gross.
those. Yeah.
It was so great. It was just like it looked weird.
And my
'cause it was
aunt,
like,
my
know what
aunt and
you're
uncle
talking
had
about.
one too.
Oh.
It was like that was the big thing. Like,
And then you had to have like we had to have because we had our living room in the front of the house. I guess it would be the parlor in like normal people's houses. it didn't have a theme really, except that maybe just like United Nations or like, you know, I don't know, Commander McBragg's living room, because everything was represented. Oh, there you go. But we had like a red lava
you set me
floor.
up perfectly for that one.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pink elephant somewhere. There's
always
Buddhas, but we always had everybody that I knew. Their parents had like a lamp that was a fountain that didn't work. Like it used to have like a pump in it and water.
I got you.
We had weird vases.
Vases.
And my mom had. They never hung them, but they had a giant spoon. Wooden and a giant fork.
Oh,
yeah,
we
had
actually had them, and they were hung in the kitchen.
And I was like, why aren't these on the
they
wall?
got used as a weapon for
I got
butt.
beat with those fucking things. Yeah.
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 They were forever in the corner of the dining
spoon
room.
was
My
the worst.
grandmother was always like, "Don't let me
they're like
get the
3 feet.
spoon down."
Yeah. My
And
mom
then
would come
when
at me, man.
When David was little, my friend Paul bought him a set of giant drumsticks. I don't know if you remember them. They were in here.
Oh, yeah.
They were in here.
Yeah.
Where did they go?
They're at David's.
David's house.
See, anything like I remember we used to go when my parents would get bored with their marriage. They would throw me in the car and we'd go out to Dutch Country Wonderland.
That's where Nancy got taken.
Dutch Wonderland
Dutch
every weekend.
And there was like a restaurant out there with the one with the big. It's like a windmill.
Yeah.
Dutch Pantry.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
called?
we
I
used to
don't
go out
remember
there.
what it's
And
called.
I just
But we
remember
always
lying-
ate there.
I'd be like lying on the floor of the car in the back, like, oh God, kill me. But
Yeah.
we'd go out there, and I remember my mom found a paddle, and it had like a poem on it.
Yeah, something
about
like
what
that.
it was being used for, and I'm like, I'm gonna get hit with that someday.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm gonna get hit with that.
Yeah.
And damn it, it hung in the kitchen, and if the spoon wasn't close enough, she'd grab that. And one day she broke it over my ass and was so pissed at me.
I got hit with a Dr. Scholl clog.
Like a clog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard.
Clogs in the 70s were dangerous. My mom used to wing them like boomerangs.
Kids today have no idea.
I told you the story one time. She was pissed at me. She was at the stairs, and I was all the way in that parlor room. And it was when I was still young enough to do this. She flung a clog at my head, and I could actually do a split at the time, and I did. And I ducked, and I hit the table behind me and broke the table.
Oh, you should have saved that for the gyms.
There's much
the
worse.
gyms list.
But yeah, it broke the table. She came down off those stairs, started wailing on me like, "You broke my fucking table." I'm like, "I kept you out of fucking jail." Like, are you kidding me?
Thanks for the adoption.
No.
Right. No.
Yeah, I used to be able to do a straddle. I remember the first time I actually could do it, I was like 6 years old. And I wanted to show my dad. And I was like, "Watch, Dad." Bounced my testicles off the floor and just like fell over screaming. And he's like, fucking dumbass.
Right.
Like,
Son.
Jim, you moron.
Yeah.
I've never been prouder, asshole.
So what was I don't know what point in life that this came out, but there used to be they would sell all these paintings and they would have like multiple, and then the florals that went with it. What was that thing called?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember now, but it became the rage and everybody bought this stuff like Tupperware. You know, like everyone
It was
bought
like to be continued.
It was like all these arrangements, and people would hang them over their dining room table and hang them over their couches, and then it was they would.
I don't remember any of this.
I thought it looked like, like you had a house in Florence.
Like your house was professionally decorated by a interior decorator.
Meanwhile, you bought it
what
at a
was
Kmart.
That stuff called? I can't
Shitty,
remember.
kitsy garbage is what it was called. Horrible. We had tons of it.
But people had like those parties to sell. Like people sold this stuff.
I remember Tupperware parties.
Yeah, but
I mean, we had a picture of like, I guess it was some Spanish woman playing the guitar. And I'm like, "Why do we have that?" She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "We're not Spanish. Is that anybody we know? What is this?"
It's interesting, Jim. Don't you like my taste in art?
My friends would come over. We would have so much weird. We had literally plastic pink elephants made of plexiglass on the porch, and then next to it was a pewter cast of Abraham Lincoln's head, like just like random.
Did you ever have stuff with like velvet or velour? Like I don't know.
The velvet
stuff was big.
No,
right?
we weren't black people.
My grandfather had
we had velvet.
velvet patterned wallpaper going up.
We had velvet wallpaper.
The wall that
the
wall that went from the living room to the upstairs because it was a half a row, a twin, they call it. And that wall was done in red velvet with a white background.
But I had my godparents had the velvet, like they were super Italian, like they looked like Monchi cheese, and they had like the velvet paintings all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then this guy I worked with, he had the ones that was like, you know, mostly naked Pam Grier with like a tiger.
Yeah. So I remember going to the carnival and they had like AC/DC.
Well, I had all that. David has all those posters.
And
I
those with the mirrored. There was
With the
also
mirrors,
like
yeah,
the mirrored.
It's all in the next room.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Everybody used to come home with like 5 roach clips, and nobody.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah, nobody.
So I have the other room.
yeah, I'm not using that.
I have two mirrored Kiss pictures in the other room, and then David has my AC/DC, my Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz. He's got I think a Kiss one, Black Sabbath. The Black Sabbath one was the coolest because it was a skull with Black Sabbath and 3 skulls on it.
How big were they?
And they're normal poster size,
Okay.
and
just
lightning
like
bolts
that.
coming out of it.
The ones
And-
we always saw were like they were like one by one. They were
So my mom came in my room, and I had 666 on it, and then I had the Mob Rules one.
See, if I had 666, my mother would have heard about the movie The Omen, and that would have been the end of it.
My mom knew about The Omen, but she walked in and saw that, and she just was like, "Oh no," and then I had I had that Iron Maiden, you know, I had Eddie with the Number of the Beast. I had blacklight poster of that. And
I had the Eddie Door.
They were concerned. They were concerned.
It was funny. Like my mother was so weird. Like she would, I told you, she heard the beginning of a Queen song and thought it was evil. But then she'd like,
I want to ride my bicycle.
Yeah, well, I was like 15. She walks in. She like throws a copy of like Heavy Metal magazine. She goes, "You read this, right?" And it's like some chick unzipping her jacket, and I'm like, "Thank you."
I'll put the J.C. Pennies down,
What, were
and
they
now look at this.
Were they out of Hustler and Wii?
Well, there was a video game. It was like, I don't know, Thundar or something, or some video game, and I, you know, looked okay. David's like, "Can I have this?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Leisure Suit Larry and the Land of Lounge Lizards?
Some kind of like, you know, I don't know, Conan kind of thing, Conan the Barbarian thing. So I'm like, "Yeah, you can get this." So he's downstairs playing his PS.
Did it sound like that shit you were playing?
Yes.
Ah.
And I'm like, "The fuck is going on down there?" So I go downstairs, and there's all these naked women, and there's like a guy, he's beating another guy up, and the women are writhing, and I'm like,
so it was just the background, so
and
it's
they're
fine.
topless. I'm like, what the fuck? We got this at like KB or whatever the
KB
video
Toys?
whatever the video
Yeah.
store place was. I was like, oh
Don't
my
tell your
God.
mother.
I definitely said, "Don't tell your mother." That was failure number 1. Failure number 2 was the Watchmen. Around the same time,
The thing on your wrist or the movie?
The movie.
Oh.
My nephew came over, and I said, "I'll take you guys to the movie. There's a DC movie that came out. It's like sort of an alternate universe with a different Batman." And they're like, "Cool, let's go." So we're sitting there watching the movie.
Oh, the scene in Archie.
Well, the first scene was it was the giant blue dick.
Who doesn't have a giant blue dick though?
And my nephew, he was
I
this,
hold my breath. I can
he
do
was
that.
this chubby little cute kid, and all I hear is, "Oh my God!" And then the next scene, sometime after that, was some guy banging somebody else. I think she was banging the blue dick guy, the woman.
Oh yeah. But you
and
didn't see
they're
it.
having sex like we just watched. And
No,
he's like,
they weren't doing that. But it was like,
"Oh my God!"
they were like, she was lying. You saw it from
Don't tell my sister.
You see it from her perspective, and they're like 4 hands are all over her. Like,
David's cool as a cucumber. Me and him are putting our hands over Jacob's eyes.
well, we went. My neighbors, these two brothers, their parents took us to see a movie, and their parents are very straight. Like they hated me because like they've heard me say fuck once, and you know I wasn't their kids who were. Well, we don't get into that. Anyway. We go to see a movie. They take us to see Porky's because they don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh, no.
And we're right at that scene in the shower.
Oh, no.
Where Ballbricker is like grabbing the guy's ween and yanking on it. And we're laughing our asses off. And I just feel this menace coming from behind me. And I like turn around. They're like they're behind us, like looking at us.
Did you guys leave or stay?
Oh, we stayed. I mean, at that point, how bad could it get, you know?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't think they would put a movie out like that now.
Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know. Why not?
I mean, they rate everything, so you can't buy a
But
ticket
it was
unless you're a certain
literally
age
marketed
or...
to children.
Yeah.
The Watchmen was?
No, Porky's.
Oh.
Porky's was not to children.
Not for children, for
Well,
teenagers.
I mean, yeah, teenagers. Well,
They had all those like pedophilia kind of like there was the one movie where
what movies are you going to see?
What was it with what's her name in it? The kid gets like seduced by an older woman. That kind of shit movie.
There's a bunch of them.
What was her name?
Science. Mad Science.
Weird Science
had some stuff in it.
Don't you say anything bad about Weird Science.
But it wasn't. It wasn't
War
that movie.
Games?
I'm thinking of who was the British
My Tutor?
lady? I think that was it. Yeah. She had the black hair. The
Well, you were talking
British
about
lady.
Biloxi Blues the other day.
Let's not talk about Biloxi Blues. That just brings back terrifying memories for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was My Tutor and you're thinking of Vision Quest.
No.
Oh, because that was another one. The woman was like in her 20s, kid was in high school.
Maybe.
Well, it's a bunch of them. That's fine with me.
I was working at a video store at the time.
I found that life was like that older women liked me, but unfortunately they were like in their 50s and I was 14, so it really didn't work out. Right?
Yeah, there's news stories about that.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. It wasn't like those stories where it's like, the kind of hot teacher is like dating a 14-year-old kid.
It was a lady who couldn't find her teeth.
And it's just like, everybody's, what's the problem?
So I guess you were living around here when the school principal did all of that stuff. I read the book. Paul Sr. gave me the book to read, and I was like, oh my God, that happened
I was
right
actually in one
here.
of the scenes, but they left me out of the book.
What?
The scene where the one teacher goes to the priest and screams, "I know who killed Susan Reinhardt."
No, I don't remember that.
There was a scene where the one teacher who knew Bradford, he went over to MDP and went to I think it was Father Gormley, and was knocking on the door in the rain, screaming, "I know who killed Susan Reinhardt."
I didn't remember in the book that he was screaming.
Yeah.
He knew.
And
he wanted to
in return for money.
He wanted to see somebody to tell them what he knew.
Yeah,
it was raining when he got there, and nobody answered.
It was the rectory. But what they left out of the book was way in the background across the street. Some kid leaned out of his window that night and went, "Shut the fuck up," because it woke me up.
Oh my God!
I don't know if it was. It just I remember reading that, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" Because somebody was shouting in the rectory, like on the lawn. I'm like, "Well, it doesn't happen every day, but."
But it's crazy they've never found her and those children.
That's
They
because
found
they
her.
put the bodies in acid or something.
They found her up near Harrisburg in the back seat the back of the trunk of the car or something. The kids they never found.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't. I couldn't. Oh, well,
we
I
thought
gave the book
we thought they
back.
were buried over by Batman Island in the creek near the high school.
That's crazy.
That's just our theory.
So they left it so she could be found, but not the children.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
So I guess they got rid of the kids first and then killed her.
I don't know. They said that Smith, that freak, that he had like acid in his basement and stuff.
That's what I read.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody has like a 55-gallon drum of fucking
Did they
hydrochloric
think
acid.
that they were? Wasn't there a sort of a theory that maybe when they built the pool, that she was buried?
Well,
like,
which one? That pool was.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a million theories. I mean, I love it with every once in a while on like Facebook, somebody moves into Upper Marion and they're like, "Oh my God, did you hear there was a murder here?" I'm like, "Which one?"
Right, there's a couple.
Yeah.
Like
my sister called me one day, like, "There's a
the
dead
doctor
guy
that
on my
killed
neighbor's
his
lawn."
wife and
Yeah. Stabbings at the Dunkin' Donuts and shit. I mean, it happens.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Pugsley eventually is going to kill somebody.
No, don't say that.
Not
God,
us, hopefully.
please
Not
don't
us.
say that.
No. He won't be able to kill
Or his
us.
father,
Maybe
or
this is the door.
that's terrible.
Don't answer.
Yeah. Freak. I was like, he's like, was telling me like, well, see, like, everybody treats me like a nut except you. And I'm like,
You just don't say anything.
Like, when did I get this reputation of being
I
a
just
nice
wonder,
fucking guy?
I just wonder when he sleeps, because he
doesn't.
constantly, I mean, all hours of the day and night pacing. Although when I leave in the morning at 6:30, he's not out there. So he must
Maybe.
go to sleep between the hours of like 4:30 and 5 o'clock.
He is constantly outside. I see him out there at 4 in the morning because.
First of all, he's going to have COPD from chain smoking.
Well, we can only hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, come on, get those those blue asbestos cigarettes for him.
Holy cow!
I mean, just get him the hell out of here. I mean, he's such a disaster.
Yeah,
At least he hasn't been fighting with his woman, whichever one.
There's been some.
There's too many. He's got too many women. There shouldn't be two people that are willing
The
to
ex
sleep
pulled
with
up
that
the
guy.
other day in a very very
tank,
open, exposing dress and high heels.
So like a Zeppelin cover.
She's half the person she used to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she only weighs 500 pounds. Oof, no.
Just saying.
And did she let her hair grow out, or
Yes.
is she still?
Yeah,
her
no.
hair
She doesn't have the
No.
the Mo Howard.
No.
Yeah, I mean, she used to walk around skimpy shit to walk the dog, and it's just like,
Well, when she moved in there, she used to have the body to walk around like that.
really?
I thought so.
No.
He says no.
No.
He said
Never.
no. It's never been.
Never.
And I was like,
No.
I just remember.
No.
But I think
Nuh-uh.
finally Hayden is getting taller.
I don't know who you're talking about. We don't
The
mention
kid.
real
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
She did, and that's not his name. But
Heathen?
yeah, sure. But no, yeah, he finally grew. Like he was
Finally,
because
yeah.
I mean, we got here. He was like 2 when we got here, and he never grew. Because I said something, you're crazy. I'm like, you see
It's
that
like,
kid? He has not grown at all.
He's got to be 7 now. He looks the same.
No, he's like.
No, I'm saying like back
Well,
then.
now he's taking more after his parents.
Is he?
Yeah, he's getting fat and bald.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh my God. You should
They didn't. I don't think he came
What?
over for Halloween.
No,
They usually come over for Halloween. They didn't come over this year.
I don't know what we're talking about.
She didn't come
We're
over
gonna-
this year.
This is going to end poorly.
we're talking about
It
the Addams
isn't.
family.
Nobody. They're not tuning in.
Yeah, what the hell?
Stop it. You're being paranoid.
Everybody says you are.
Oh boy. Oh well.
Well, it's 8:45.
Yeah. What's going on? What's happening this week?
What's happening with Vic Sicky?
Don't know.
Yeah, is there a show? Promote? Let's go. What's happening?
I think I saw him somewhere.
Damn, I was trying to find my my Pugsley theme. What the hell?
Where's what's Caitlin doing? Is she doing the cat
She's,
call
I
tonight?
think she's doing her show tonight at 9. So 9 o'clock on MoncoRadio.com. They're still letting her do that. So I guess she'll be doing
Nice.
that until she doesn't want to do it anymore.
Right. Paula, you're playing out this weekend.
I have a double this weekend. We're doing Well Crafted Brewing on Friday night. I think it's 8 to 11. That's in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. That'd be old school. Full band. And then Saturday night, we'll be at Screwballs in King of Prussia. Imagine that. That's different.
Weird.
You guys never play there.
Never play there.
Oh, wait. Here it is.
Well, I woke up today, sun shining bright, but there's bugs across the street giving me a fright.
Sorry. I didn't remember what it sounded like. But
It's a good song.
yeah. So old school at Screwballs. I'm going
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be home 3 o'clock that night, too.
Like it's my fault.
I don't know. Maybe you won't be able to stay.
As long as I
Keep your
don't
flags.
just
Keep your flags to yourself.
yeah, Jesus Christ. Let's not talk about that.
No. Don't
Yeah.
know what you're
No, I
talking
mean it's
about.
fine. I mean I think I just I told you what I said.
Yeah.
We're good. But it was an interesting night though. Everybody seemed like they were ready to like I don't know, have like weird gay sex or fight. I couldn't tell which they wanted to do.
It was a lot of tension.
It was a sausage fest, and it was just a bunch of drunk guys.
Oh,
I mean there were women there, but everybody.
night.
Yeah, there was like it was just weird.
The parking lot was full.
Yeah.
Well, why did you go to the men's
Yeah.
SPCA get together?
SPCA,
Yeah.
YMCA, SPCA. Jesus Christ.
SPCA. Wow.
Yeah, he's going down.
No kilt shelters or.
A guy fucked an Afghan. It might be a rug. It might be a dog. We don't know.
Bring your Johnson.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Sick bastard.
So what else is going on? What else?
I got nothing.
That's exciting.
The heater's up.
It's
Yes,
warmer in
it's
here.
Really high now.
It is. Yeah.
To shut that vent.
Yeah.
I feel like my face is baking. Like it's not the
Well,
red
you're
light.
the
I'm
one
actually,
that turned it on
I know.
this
Well, it was
time.
freezing in here.
Yeah. Actually,
It was
felt
weird.
fine.
Oh, here it is.
You've got your sunrise. You caught a prize. You're making your Johnson. Party nights.
I'm gonna send you this so you can put it on your phone.
You, your friends, and your Johnson.
I like you.
So
I'll play it at work tomorrow.
When you're working down in Maury's, you can just blast that.
Right.
Test the
Right,
speakers.
there
We have a song to test the system. It's perfectly audio
Oh, boy.
mixed. It's the perfect thing.
Yeah,
you know.
here it is.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jim?
Yeah. No.
Now I remember for real, like when I was growing up, you would hear about people used Back in Black to check audio systems. I say it's a perfectly mixed song.
I used to use to test my stereo and everything. I used to use the Back to the Future overture.
Oh, I guess I just infringed on somebody's copyright. Probably.
Oh yeah, you're
Singing.
fucked now.
Yeah, now you're going to be in trouble. Yeah.
Take it easy when you talk to me, okay?
I want to kick with him tonight.
Well,
You are. You just. Is there anything else?
I'll look. Let me see if I can dig something up here.
We're so close. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to take a moment.
Oh, no.
I tried.
Hey.
I think it was that small.
You
You
made
had
it
a
this
gallon
far.
of beer already, so.
12 ounces.
That thing, I can't believe how big that cup is.
I know. It pisses me
It's
off.
like the tavern movie tavern.
We have one
like,
of those upstairs.
Yeah, we
yeah,
do.
glass,
I poured
yeah.
like a 12 ounce in, or even a 16 ounce. It's only half full, and I feel like I cheated myself.
Oh.
No cheating here.
Oh
No, I
my-
can't find the soundboards, Nance. Hold on. There they are. That's not it. That's a record. Oh,
If you play anything, you're going to get in trouble.
well, I can play this. Let's see if it works.
Oh.
What's your name, sir?
Saul Rosenberg.
Oh, and what brings you here tonight?
2 p.m. Saturday.
That makes no sense. What are you talking? Why are you here?
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Where are you headed?
South of the border, I think they say.
Oh, what are you going to do down there?
I don't like to give that out unless I'm absolutely sure we have something going.
Oh, I see. Well, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, honey.
No, I'm not a honey.
Okay, I'm assuming somebody flushed the toilet upstairs. That just scared the shit out of me.
What happened?
I don't know. It sounded
Did
like
water
a
drip on your
waterfall
head?
fell on top of me.
Because sometimes that
It
happens.
just sounded weird. It scared me.
Uh-oh.
Thought something was wrong.
Hopefully
What
a
do you
pipe
have?
didn't burst.
No, it was just loud.
Well, everything my mother does is loud. So I'm sorry.
Some loudness up there,
Yeah.
and not the good.
And now
loudness.
she's. Oh my God! I have to tell him. I need a list. I'm gonna do a list. I'm gonna do a Florida man, but it's my life
Yeah.
with my mother.
Do it.
And so.
I'll have to.
So she
abstain
asked
'cause
me
I.
because
You have such a perfect life.
occasionally I take her to the casino. She loves the casino. It's the only thing she really does. So she was like, "Can you just pick me up some money to, put in my firebox for the casino?" Sure, Mom. So I get home. She comes around the house to try to find me, and she was like, "Look at these bills. All these years I have been banking, and I've never seen these bills that they gave you. This is money they should have shred." And I'm like looking at it thinking, oh, like, are there tears in these bills that they won't feed into the slot machines or something?
Is it a punch card from Pico?
I mean, but she was like, all these years I've been getting money from the bank, and these bills, I was like,
She was
and
all worked up.
I was waiting for him to like freak out, because it's like, no matter what I do for this woman,
There's a problem.
there's always a problem. Now, if I took her to the bank and she stood in front of the teller and got the same money, she wouldn't have said a word. But because I did it and I brought it home and gave it to her,
You brought her shitty money.
I brought her shitty money.
You should have said.
I brought her
You should have
shitty
said you
money.
have to understand. I
Yeah.
didn't want to hit your account up, so I knocked over the bank and I pistol whipped the teller until they gave me non-sequential, unmarked, used bills.
And
we
stuff
wanted
that they
we
should
wanted
have
it to be
shredded.
like we were trying to launder the money.
Yeah.
Also, so we've been getting these really, really delicious fresh pizzas from Wegmans, and it's in the frozen section, but you don't freeze them.
They're refrigerated.
The refrigerated fresh pizzas that very good toppings, very good. And we were just commenting after we ate one. We were just commenting, wow, that's a really good pizza.
How dare you?
So my mom, she wanted a pizza. So when I took her shopping, I said, would you like me to make your pizza for you? She said, sure. So I make the pizza. I cut it up for her, everything. Go to her room and say,
hand deliver.
Mom, your pizza's ready.
Your
she
food,
comes
madam.
out. Right. She comes out. She
interrupts
eats
us.
the pizza. She comes out. She comes over to us, and she's like, I'm just going to tell you, that is the worst. And I thought she was going to say, this was the best pizza.
That's what I thought she was going to say.
I thought she was going to say it.
Worst.
No, she was like, this is the worst pizza I have ever eaten.
Oh, sorry, we saved the bowel movement.
This
flavor
was
for you.
the day after the money situation, but then this was the worst pizza, and it was because I suggested it. I swear that's how she is with me. No matter whatever I do.
I don't want you to let me down again.
Right.
I mean, it could be,
no matter what I do, it's like
yeah.
There's a problem.
That's that my dad used to. My mom actually went to Pizzeria Uno. It was like it might have been one of the first times Bree went to dinner with my parents. Maybe one of the only times. Shit. And my mom got a pizza. She got a seafood pizza, and it came. Messing with it. And finally I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, well, I didn't know there'd be fish on it.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what did you think seafood pizza was? Why didn't it have so much fish?
Thank you, honey.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
just look over and Bree's just like, just don't, just stop,
Yeah,
stop.
Just leave it alone.
Get her another pink squirrel.
Yeah.
That'll quiet her down.
I don't know. She's been drinking sweet tea.
That's okay. Well, then that puts
Is it
the
sweet
whole
enough?
fucking job on
Years.
me.
She came out, and granted, it's a joke. She came out trying to make a joke, but because she does this to me all the time, it just pisses me off.
We sit there like two
stoic
people.
Right.
Just like.
So she comes out. She goes, "Well, I didn't know you were trying to kill me." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "That tea you got me." And I said, "Mom, it's the tea that I've always been getting you." Yeah. And in fact,
arsenic and Old Lace.
They
Drink
were purely for this other brand. And she was like, she goes, "That is so full of sugar, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "It's the tea you've always been drinking." "I haven't been drinking that tea." It's like,
What about
okay.
the
all right. So
root
I went
beer?
to the grocery store. Oh, you mean the birch beer made by Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Hires? No, A&W.
No.
They-
The birch beer that's
Made by Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper. I'm like, "Mom,
That's
either
root
it's birch beer or it's Dr. Pepper."
No, I wanted birch beer.
Dr. Pepper is Dr. Pepper.
What?
No, the birch
beer.
The birch beer Dr. Pepper that we got last week. Mom, we got Dr. Pepper, but we didn't buy birch beer.
No.
We bought root beer. Are
No,
you
we got
talking
birch
about
beer.
Root beer?
Hello, ma'am.
Oh, I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
That's why you just have to get it to the point where she's like, "Why did you get this to me?" It's like, "Because I want you to fucking die."
You're
Is
a
that
filthy
wrong?
woman.
No, I mean,
You're
my
a filthy
mother.
woman.
My mother used to say the most horrific things to me, like really horrible things to say to your children. And then she would walk up to me as I was walking away, trying not to cry or commit a felony. And she's like, "I know you hate me," and I just walk away. One time, I just turned around. And I said, "Never used to before, but you're right. I can't fucking stand you, you bitch." And I walked away. It's like it felt good. Didn't help. I mean,
Right.
it felt a lot better.
Good riddance.
But yeah.
She's something else.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
You have to just start fucking with her. You have to start just being.
I
snarky.
found an
Not
apartment.
Even snarky, just mess with her.
But they won't call me back.
Yeah.
Have they met her?
I have an
that's what
application
they don't
ready
want
and
her.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even know her yet.
They do.
But they have probably a whole complex of her.
That's why my mother got lucky because my grandpapa was a veteran, so she just chucked him in a VA home. It was nice. I mean, every time we visited, I got a bird house made out of it. popsicle stick or something.
And a little flag.
No, they're going to defund that.
No, they
soon.
didn't even do that. But
Yeah.
Well,
That's
we have 2 minutes. Old school, well-crafted brewing this Friday night, 8 to 11, and old school this Saturday at Screwballs from 8:30 to 12:30, and not a minute over, I've been told. So we'll be
Why?
there.
What's special about that?
We have to finish when we're certain people.
Oh, I got. Okay, now I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
we can't give
Good
it away.
night.
We can't give it away for free.
So we'll
Not
see
even
you
if
there.
you're having fun.
What?
Not even if you're having fun.
I don't think so. For me, I don't give a shit.
It sounds like
Drugs and alcohol.
Sounds like a hooker. I'm not
Give
done
me
yet.
more.
But your
Give me
time's
more.
up.
Give me
Your
more.
time. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been
something.
Oh, I got to get to sleep.
That's true. You do. And all right. So we'll be back next week at 7:30ish.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And hopefully this. So far we haven't. This was the best one of these freebie thingies.
Yeah, the thing worked.
Yeah, no, it's
I
working,
fucked up only
right?
one time just because I guess it slid over. I can't believe it clicked right there. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I hit a couple things.
Way up here.
A lot of things.
Yeah, but I don't think you could have done that.
What
That
about
was
that
just
goat?
weird. Yeah, fucking goats.
Yeah.
But, all right, we'll see everyone. Thanks for everybody for showing up, and we'll see you next time.
You have been listening.
Oh, we're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna be there. Bye.
All right. Bye.